Right, this is important. What motivates you? Why are you the person that is trying to go into property? Why are you doing these things? Why isn't everybody doing it? I can tell you that is pretty easy actually. It's because you're different. You are different. Now, there's this get rich quick scheme. Like, maybe it works. Maybe I'm stupid and I don't know it, but maybe I'm not, and I'm desperately trying to build generational wealth. But what I'm saying is, the get rich quick doesn't work. I don't think it does. Unless you're selling courses. I mean, you could be selling courses, £1,000 a course, 100 people. Yeah, that's 100,000 a month. Maybe I'm stupid, but that ain't property, is it? That ain't property development. If you're property developing, if you're buying houses, not selling them, developing them, what I'm saying is, what motivates you? Why are you different? Now, that's a question you need to be asking yourselves. What makes you different? That's a good question. Now, there are a few people that have been contacting me. I call them messages, but my wife calls them DMs. I didn't know that, but apparently they're called DMs, direct messaging. Didn't know that, but now I do. And it's an interesting, I'm seeing some things from different people's perspective, and that's quite interesting. And there's one guy, obviously I'm not going to say, who's got 2 in his name and 2 in a company, and he doesn't know whether to jump full time. And that's an interesting question. And when I begin to look into it, it's about motivation. What do you want? What is your end goal? And I think this is pretty important, the end goal. Now, I'll tell you a little story. Back in the day, actually I don't know how long ago it was years, I thought I'd kind of arrived. I thought, well, this is it, yeah, I'm doing okay. And I bought myself a really nice car. It was a supercar. If I look back at it now, it's quite a cheap old car, but in its day, it was lovely. And I thought I'd arrived, and I drove around for a couple of months in this car, and it was every day, it was brilliant. It was an arm and leg in petrol, and I couldn't carry anything bigger than a bag of nails. The thought of carrying just I don't know, a bag of cement was out of the question. You couldn't carry anything in it. But I drove around in it because I had arrived. And the truth was, I hadn't arrived at all. Not at all, wasn't even close. And I thought that the car wasn't enough. So what I did is I then bought a second car. Now, there wasn't 10 minutes in between, there was a couple of years in between, and I bought this other big supercar, and I parked them side by side, and I thought, yes, this is it, I have a right, oh yeah, and I hadn't. I thought that the cars were the goal. The cars were not the goal. Now, I can tell you now in just a few seconds what the goal is, and it's so easy to explain it now, but it took me years to understand it. It took me years to see this. It's the chase. You are different because you enjoy the chase. I enjoy the chase, and it's good to have it. Imagine you see these wealthy people that hand down the money. Yeah, they're all a little bit. Nobody cares when you have worked for it, when you have put sweat, blood and tears into making something, and it works and it pays off. It's the chase that is really something. That's what you need. I saw this this video, and there was a comparison between the lion and the gazelle, and they said the gazelle wakes up in the morning, the sun hits the gazelle, and the gazelle says, I gotta run, because he's got to run. He got to run. Now, that's just like people. So 99.9% of the people, the sun comes up in the morning and they got to run out. They either got to claim benefits, or you got to work. You got to go to work to pay the bills and to pay the lifestyle. That 0.1%, the lions, The sun hits the lion and the lion goes out and he says, I'm hunting. He doesn't say you got to run, does he? The lion says, oh, I got to run, I got to pay the bills. No, 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 I'm going out on a hunt. It's the hunt. That's what makes you different. That motivation, you're different people, okay? You're willing to put it out there. You are willing to go out on a limb, to borrow money that may or may not work. It may work very well. It may not work. It may fail. And you stand as good a chance as anybody of making it fail. But what I'm trying to say is you are different. You are motivated in a different way. You're not built like everybody else. So don't think you are. I could go political on you and talk about socialism. Socialism is like the politics of envy. Oh, tax the rich, but just not me. Yeah, everybody tax the rich, just not me. What I'm saying is all these people out there, they want a job, and that's good. Maybe that's good. They want this work-life balance. Yeah, and that work-life balance is great. My work-life balance was my work was up there, my life balance was down there. What? Okay, now it's better. But even at my stage, I still like the chase. It's the chase you've got to go. It's the work. It's making it fit. It's let's do it. Let's make it work. What happens if we do this? Every day I wake up and think, well, what happens? How could I do this? What could I do? Let's put planning in. What happens? Then I'll start talking. And I'll tell you what, I have never listened so much to so many people before. Before, oh, I could talk. I could talk, and I could talk about this, and I could talk about that, and I had an opinion, and I stopped all the opinion crap. Nobody gives a toss about your opinion, so don't think they do, okay? And I listen way more now to everybody. So if the electrician says, that's not very good, Mark, let's not do that, let's do this. You say, okay, so instead of saying, no, I want this, I want that, and the electrician will say, yeah, well, all right then, Mark, well, we'll put that like that then, and he'll spend the next bloody 2 days doing something you don't need to do. The plumber or the engineer, oh yeah, oh no, let's do this. He says, I listen to my wife. My wife will say, that's a crap idea. I say, well, is it? Why is that? And she said, well, that's not going to work. So I said, oh, okay. So instead of saying, well, no, this is what we're going to do, you say, okay, well, let's do that then. The accountant, the accountant is more of a friend than anything else, and he was telling me about social media, and he was telling me this, and he was telling me that. I didn't say, yeah, whatever, just do the numbers, mate, just do the numbers. I listened. I stopped, I listened, I thought, you know what, maybe he's right. So I didn't just hear what people said, I listened. My son, he's a kid. He'll come up with an idea, and instead of saying, yeah, whatever, I said, well, hang on, what's it you're saying, kid? Well, just tell me, what's it you're saying? Oh, well, what happens if we do this and this? I said, Now, sometimes it don't work out because you don't know, because he's too young. That's okay. But sometimes you think, you know what, that's not a bad idea. And then I say, oh, yes, that's my idea. I had that idea. Yeah, that makes him laugh. But what I'm saying is I've never listened so much to people before, but you've got to go careful who you let in your ear, because that person that wants to sell you that free webinar, sign up to £1,000 a month and I'll teach you how to do something, you need to go very careful who you let in your ear. And this includes your family. Your mum and dad probably love you. I don't know. That's a massively broad subject, but there's an awful lot of mums and dads that say, no, don't buy that house. It's risky. Yeah, it's risky. Life's risky. Crossing the road is risky. Going out on a nighttime is risky. Walking somewhere is risky. Climbing a ladder is risky. I'm sat here with this great big dog. That might not be risky. But what I'm saying is life is risky. And so your mum and dad say, oh, no, don't. You got a nice job. You're a bus driver. You earn $35,000 a year. That's a good wage. And it is a good wage. But you need to be motivated to take the risk, and that motivation is a core essential part of who you are. You're different. You're different than everybody else. Don't let anybody tell you you're the same. You are not the same. We are not the same. We're not the same. We're different.